When I tell y'all I am not a summer person, I have literally been spending all the few hours I got of free time killing gnats. I don't even know how they got in there, where they come from. I'm tired. I'm tired of apple cider vinegar. I'm tired. I'm sick of it. Listen, I might be cold, but give me a good old winter frozen let it go moment any day. Anyway, this is Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm gonna review episodes, I think 5 and 6, and then I'm gonna come back and do 7. And then tonight's new episode is coming on tonight. And then I'm also gonna review the new episode either Monday or Tuesday. And I'm gonna review the BET Awards, which is coming on tonight. And what else? On the way up, I think they maybe have a new episode. Definitely the Bad Boys is coming up. So y'all just stay tuned. If y'all saw my community tab, which I always leave updates on what's going on with me and my channel on my community tab. I had recently just came back from out of town, but I also have had issues with my teeth. So for the past maybe like week or so, I could barely open my mouth. I went to the dentist. They told me that I need to get my wisdom teeth removed, all of them. But I had like an infection in my mouth or whatever somehow. And so that's why I couldn't barely chew or open my mouth. I also grind my teeth at night, and I didn't know that either. So it's just been a combination of stuff going on as to why I wasn't really in the video recording moment. But I'm here now, child, and we're gonna come in, we're gonna do this thing, all right? Shouts out to Aaliyah. Tell me that somebody, tell me that somebody. You can tell nobody, I'm talking about nobody. Now listen, I got my notes as usual. And I also, if y'all see me doing this or whatever, I'm fighting gnats, okay? So anyway, let's get into this video. Okay, so we're in Birmingham, Alabama. Kenya has not told anybody yet outside of Manyeta, who was her choreographer, that she is going to be performing at the Magic City Classic. She's going to be promoting Kenya Moore hair care and doing her thing. So Manyeta hit her up with a good old 1-2 step. And I'm not talking about Sierra. So, by this time, they had this whole big event that Kenya hyped up for them to be ready for. And Kenya, she couldn't be late, etc. So she left over half the crew. Then they got kicked out the event because that event did not want them to bring attention to themselves outside of the charity that they were all there for. So they got kicked out. Kenya went back to the room. Now, Kenya, I don't remember Kenya saying anything to the ladies about the fact that Brooklyn was there. Apparently Kenya has Brooklyn most of the time, which is cool. That's her child, that's fine. But Kenya did not let, I don't think, the girls know or us know, the viewership, which is the most important people, that the daughter, little Brooke, was there. And so anyway, all the ladies get back to the hotel and they're knocking on Kenya's door because they're trying to see, okay, well, girl, what's next? We look good. We done been kicked out this event. So where's the next event we going to that we hopefully won't get kicked out of? Kenya Morden opened the door. So they were knocking and banging. Sheree kicked the door. I put emphasis on Sheree kicked the door because Sheree, a couple of weeks ago, she got on Watch What Happens Live and said she did not kick the door. She put all the blame on Marlo when she did kick the door. Now, mind you, she might not kick it as hard as Marlo, but she still kicked the door was the point. So I'm just like, okay. So anyway, here comes Marlo. She kicked the dog snot out the door. And then Kenya came to the door. Girl, what's wrong with you? I'm finna call the police and da-da-da-da-da. My daughter's here, blah, blah, blah. Marlo cussing her out. Child, you raggedy, you tired, you through. And Marlo was just like, I'm tired of this young lady, this old young lady, and all her foolishness. Y'all can sit back if y'all want to, da-da-da-da. Monietta, she felt the need to speak, and she was just like, I'm a grown woman. I can do what I want to do. I can do what I want to do. So that caused Marlo to pop off at Monietta. So they're walking downstairs or wherever they're walking. Marlo's is in front of Monietta and everybody else. Marlo closed the door on Monietta. Now, apparently this was a hard door, and some of the girls are defending Marlo, saying that she didn't mean to slam it that hard. She might didn't mean to slam it that hard in the sense of not realizing that the door was that heavy. So it was probably mostly just that door being hard and heavy anyway. But if it was just a lightweight door, Marlo meant to slam that door in Monietta's face, child. Call the thing a thing. So Monietta get upset. She started to call Ray Ray and them. You know, Sheree, I think she had Pookie in them. Who had Pookie in them? One of them had Pookie in them. One of them had Ray Ray in them. You know them people, usually your cousins or somebody who in and out of jail, or your kinfolk or friends that you done helped in the past, and they'll help you out with whatever. You know, the ones that's ratchet that you don't invite everywhere. You love them, but you don't invite them everywhere because they don't know how to act. You don't know what they going to do, and you can't turn up at every function. But when it's time to turn up, I'm calling you. Everybody got them family members. Y'all know what time it is. So I was just like, child, but she didn't call them or whatever. So let me see. We get to the next day. We have Courtney, Monietta, Sheree, and Marlo. Oh, before I get to that, so Sanya, of course, was there as well. But while all this was happening, they was all sitting at whatever restaurant and talking. And so Sanya got on the phone with, along with Sheree, to call Kenya to figure out, girl, what's going on? I done came here, you know, I'd have been working, I'd have been back and forth, I took flights, what's tea, what we doing? You know, I just feel like we're being left in the dark about something. And they was, about the Magic City Classic. Kenya wanted it to be a surprise. And she still did not say anything about it in that moment while talking to Sanya. So, don't you know, Kenya Moore told Sanya that she can leave, that you can go on about your business, and that I really just want the people that's really here for me to be there anyway, so you can go. I said, ooh, that hurt Sanya's feelings. So Sanya, she, packed her stuff and she was getting ready to go. And I think she actually did leave. I said, well, it is what it is, child. So let me see. Okay, going back, we get to the next day. We have those ladies in the room talking, and then that's when they found out that Kenya was rushed to the hospital. Kenya was apparently really sick. I'm glad she's fine. But she had got really sick, and they were saying that it could possibly be COVID, but they wasn't sure, whatever. But she went to the doctors, and they said she just had like a flu situation going on. But she could barely get up. It was a mess, child. So I was just like, well, see what happens. All this showboating, all that acting up, and look what happened. You couldn't even do the show anyway. God no like ugly, child. The people go on and on about Marlo being nasty and awful and all that. And it's not that I disagree. She definitely can be. But when it comes to Kenya and Marlo versus Kenya, I don't feel any kind of way towards any one of them. I take it for what it is. I enjoy banter between both of them. I enjoy both of them at times. I dislike them both at times. I don't think one is any nastier than the other one. Now, maybe Kenya is more strategic and more passive aggressive, and Marlo is maybe more aggressive and upfront and, may actually fight, because we know Kenya won't fight, but Kenya will do everything to fight you, but then when it actually comes to fight, she won't fight. But by that time, that person already ready to sock you. I always go back, and I like Kenya, but I always go back to the season when Kim Fields was on there and how Kenya treated Kim Fields. And so I don't see, when it comes to Marlo and Kenya, that's, I want you guys to pay attention to that part. When I say, when it comes to Kenya and Marlo and Kenya, I'm not necessarily on anybody's side because I don't feel like Kenya is a victim when it comes to Marlo, because Kenya can be just as nasty as Marlo, in my opinion. So, I don't know. Because Kenya, she snapped Monietta up for no reason on this episode 5. She snapped Sanya up and told her she can leave. That was ugly and unnecessary. And Sanya ain't did nothing to her at the time. So it's just like, well, girl, everybody can be mean. Everybody can be hateful. Everybody can give that. So I just don't, this whole, Marlo is the worst housewife in the world and yada to the yada, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, I just don't totally agree with that. Because they can all be nasty and awful. Okay, so, let me see. What happened, y'all? So, don't get old, y'all. So anyway, so after that, the ladies are sitting down. Marlo apologized, and Monietta didn't want to accept it, and so we move on to another scene. So we get back to Atlanta. We have Candy and Todd talking. Todd has this movie he's been working on for years. Candy still haven't paid it no attention. It's called The Pass. It's basically, I guess, this married couple, and they it's about giving your significant other a pass to cheat, which is are we insinuating something, Todd Tucker? Do you want to pass to cheat on Candy? What is going on? But the movie seemed like it's going to be good. Low key. I would totally be interested in watching it. But meanwhile, while Candy's trying to focus on helping him with the project, here comes Kenya. Kenya called. She had a little party for Brooklyn. And she starts to tell... wait, am I jumping ahead? Yeah, I'm jumping ahead. That's on the next episode. Scratch that. Okay, let me see. Okay, yeah, Candy and Todd are working on the past, and Candy's just doing other stuff, not really putting her focus into the things. Okay, so we have Sheree. Sheree visits Kenya. Kenya's still sick, coughing and hacking everywhere. And I'm just trying to figure out why is anybody even around Kenya at this point? Sheree, why did you walk down that long ass hill to get to Kenya's house? You could have just called her or did FaceTime or something. Like, Kenya Moore is still sick, hacking over everything, and it's just, she social distances herself, but you were still in the house. So I don't know. But anyway, Sheree has fibroids, and she talks to Kenya about it. Kenya's had fibroids and stuff, and Sheree says that she don't want to have the surgery to get rid of the fibroids, because she hurts it's a possibility that they can come back, and also that she don't want to be away from She by Sheree for 3 to 8 weeks. And she don't want to also be without sex for that long. Sheree, ain't nobody paying no $252 for no sweatsuit anyway. You only want celebrities to buy your stuff, clearly. Because ain't no way. Y'all been on She by Sheree website. Y'all seen the prices of that stuff. It's nice, but it's the most basic stuff. You can find it anywhere. Just around the corner at your local store. Not She by Sheree, but you can find something that looks just exactly like it, because it's the same stuff, it's the same material. And I'm paying $30 for this, so why would I turn around and pay $300 for this when I can buy 10 of those outfits? But I'm just buying one of yours, and it's the same stuff, Sheree. I can't. I don't know. I don't know. If you want us to pay the bills in the chateau, just say that. Because I don't know. Y'all got to check our website out, She by Sheree. Because she's not marketing towards us regular folk at all. And that's fine. Okay, so, Let me see. Um, what's going on with Martell, Sheree? Ain't nobody said nothing about Martell. Where's Martell? Y'all sisters. That's what that was. Y'all was friends. Y'all just did something just for TV. That wasn't a real relationship. Child pie. Okay, so we get to Candy and Mama Joyce. Mama Joyce was on the BravoCon moment, dog and Todd, like she always do. And Candy wanted to talk to Mama Joyce about it. And look, what can you say? It's we all would handle situations differently when it comes to our parents and stuff. So you can't be too mad at Candy for how she handles Mama Joyce. That is her mama. But still, at this point, it's been 8, 9, 10 years you and Todd been together. And they agreed on counseling. It's a waste of time. She ain't gonna never like him. She ain't gonna never respect him. I would just let it go and just keep your relationship with your mom, and that's it. It's just, it is what it is at this point. Mama Joyce is in her 70s, I believe. She's not gonna change. She has her opinion, and that's it. And what's the point in getting her told now? You should have been did it. When you had the Candy's wedding show, I remember, and she was nasty to Kayla for no reason. That was a child. And she was nasty to Kayla and hateful to Kayla. And now since everybody about grown, besides the 2 little babies, we're seeing it. Riley, she's seeing it. Seeing Mama Joyce disrespect Todd. Seeing Kayla seeing it. Seeing Mama Joyce disrespect Todd. And it's just too much. It's too much, but it is what it is. Okay, so the next thing we see is Kenya, Sheree, and Drew. They do an IV drip, which is something I would love to do. A vitamin drip they had. I would love to do that one day. And they're talking about the whole thing. Sheree's mad at Drew because Drew said that she was tied and through, and she took the stuff up from last year's reunion. Took the She by Sheree stuff up. She did an interview, Drew, and she took the stuff up, and they didn't get no clothes. In which, Sheree denied it, and she was just like, no, that wasn't true, and da-da-da-da-da. But then apparently it was true. I don't know. Sheree, didn't nobody get no clothes at the end of the day. Okay, so moving on to the next episode. They did this whole timeline between Marlo and Candy throughout the years, just flashes of their relationship. And we saw, certain things. We saw the text message that Marlo, I think in 2020, they said that she sent to Candy, asked, did you know this guy named Quentin? And she was just like, well, I'll check. I think his name's Quentin. And it was like, oh, okay, well, I'll check, child. She was like, yeah, she used to work there when my nephew got killed. Then I think the next day or so, Marlo came over to Candy's house and was talking, and she talked about it briefly. And she said later on that she felt like Candy didn't care about, what she was saying and stuff. And I was just like, I don't know. So, about the shooting, that happened with her nephew and his roommate and stuff. So I was just like, Lord have mercy. So it just got it was just interesting seeing that little timeline between them. I said, okay, well, they're doing a little something, child. Marlo, she meets up with her friends. They're a couple and they're helping her out find a date, but most importantly, they're helping her with the boys, which is cool. Of course, they sided with Marlo on the whole thing and felt like Candy should have sent some flowers and stuff from the nephew and everything. We see Kenya and her friend meet up, and Kenya is trying to develop a spa, Kenya Moore's hair spa. Kenya still only got like a few hair products. I don't know. She says she's doing well. I don't know anybody with her products, but hey, I may pick up her products one day when my hair gets longer at Sally's and stuff. I do see her products at Sally's all the time, but they only have like 3 of them, like the shampoo, conditioner, and something else. and they're all high, and they're all like ain't nothing but this big. So I don't be, you know. I may buy it just for shits and giggles, but we'll see. Because, Shamia said it wasn't about water in them products. So, I mean, we going to see. But shouts out to Kenya. Gaston said, Kenya Moore hair spa. But Kenya Moore is talking to old girl and started talking about Marlo. And she was saying that, oh, yeah, it's this girl named Marlo. And she's a hot mess and whoop to whoop. And what else she say? She talking about... yeah, she attacked my daughter and all the stuff. And I'm like, Kenya knows she can throw smoke on something. When did Marlo ever attack Brooklyn, child? Didn't nobody even know Brooklyn was in there. I just can't. Or maybe they did. They just didn't talk about it. But we didn't know. Did y'all know that Brooklyn was in the room? Whatever. So anyway. So it was just a mess. So Drew talks to Ralph. We see the little baby girl, Drew and Ralph's daughter. She's sick or whatever, so they take her in the house. And we see their son playing basketball. And Drew tells Ralph about the issue with Marlo and the whole shooting. And she's from Chicago, and we don't use that word shooting and stuff because she says that perpetuates violence and all the people that's in Chicago that's getting killed on a daily basis. I'm not taking away anything from that. However, Drew, shut up. Because you sound a little crazy. That don't make any sense. If it's a shooting, it's a shooting. If it's a fight, it's a fight. If that's a red ball over there, then guess what? It's a red ball, niece. Just please. And then she also said that she was a child star. Okay, so the next thing we see is Sheree. Sheree's the grandmother. I'm the little boy. Well, the big boy child. Cairo, her son. He has a daughter by, I believe, this Indian girl, I believe. She's Indian or mixed or whatever. But, yeah, he has a baby. Beautiful little baby. He's a dad, and Sheree gets emotional. She says that she's proud of her son, and I know she is, and that's good. As every parent's, that's all parents really want is for their child to be okay and to make it out here in this world. And so he seems to be doing all right, as well as her daughters. So good for Sheree, Okay, so we see Candy and Todd, once again, another scene where they're supposed to be going over ideas and talking about his movie. And this is what I was talking about earlier. It got interrupted because Kenya called in and started to explain to Candy everything that Marlo was saying about her in the restaurant and blah, blah, blah. So Candy just completely said, child, bye, on Todd's little script, and now she mad and want to fight Marlo. I said, poor Todd. So we see Courtney and Drew. So Courtney set up this whole event where they go play laser tag and a whole bunch of games at this fun park. And all the ladies are coming. Drew, Courtney, and Candy, they done made up. They're cool now. And so, yeah. Not me liking Courtney now. Not me liking Courtney more than Monyetta. It's not that I dislike Monyetta. I don't want to say that I like Monyetta, but she's just boring. Like, I don't know. But anyway, so Courtney and Drew are talking. The cousins are talking, and Marlo comes in next. And then Marlo speaks to Drew 2 or 3 times, and Drew didn't say nothing to her. And I say, ooh, child. Okay, so all the ladies arrive, and then Candy talks to Marlo, was just like, well, can't we talk? And then Marlo was like, yeah, how about me, you, and Drew talk? Which was mistake number 1, because Marlo, these are 2 ladies that have an issue with you, and you're pulling them off to the side with 2 people that got an issue with you. That is the same as having the whole group, because these 2 ain't gonna do nothing but link up against you, and that's gonna make you mad. And then here we go. Here's the fight, right? But it wasn't a physical fight, But it was looking like it was getting ready to be, child. I said, Lord have mercy. Okay, so Marlo explains to Candy. She was just like, well, what happened with Drew at the whole thing was Drew started talking about the whole shooting. And I got, irritated because she acted like she didn't want to say it when y'all have no problem saying all my stuff and all my issues and everything that be going on with me. So she was just like, well, instead of just talking about my drama and my issues all the time, how about we bring up something from Candy and somebody else, And she says that she was just like, my cousin got shot, my nephew got shot at OLG's, BITCH, and she just felt triggered by the whole shooting thing, blah, 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 which is a bunch of BS, Marlo. And so let me see. So they started to go back and forth, and Candy, she was just like, no, but you're trying to link a murder to me, and you're trying to throw me under the bus somehow, that I was supposed to do this and that, and that's just, not true, and yada yada, which she is. And she's creating a moment that don't need to be one. And so it just gets heated real bad. Courtney over there at the table trying to talk to the ladies. Didn't nobody care nothing about what she said. It was so funny. So then it started to get bad, and Drew was just there, child. I don't even know why they called Drew to come up. Marlo told Drew she can go sit down. So then they take Candy out. They meaning Manietta, Kenya, and Drew. And then who stays on the inside to talk to Marlo is Sheree, Sanya, and Courtney. So the group is completely split down the middle, 4-4. Who team y'all on? Ooh. So, Marlo, she's tired of this whole narrative that she's aggressive and that she's this and that, and they love to bring up my past, and they love to talk about me, and but can't nobody talk about Candy and all this kind of stuff. And they're outside dogging Marlo, and at one point, Courtney and Sanya came out there to check on Candy, and Kenya and Drew was making fun of Marlo, calling her a trick and all this other kind of stuff, and blah, blah, blah. It just got pretty bad. Is that all my notes? I think that was pretty much it. And then the ladies, meaning Marlo, Sheree, Courtney, and Sanya, they all played the games at the fun part, which they were supposed to do anyway. And everybody else ended up going home. And I was just like, it's crazy. Marlo, don't nobody owe you nothing. God bless you and your family and what you've been through. And God bless your sister, which was your nephew's mom and stuff. And it's really sad that you lost your nephew. All that is really sad. Never take away your pain, but Candy don't owe you anything just because he used to work at the restaurant. Apparently they were not close. Candy barely knew him. Would it have been nice if Candy would have sent over my condolences or flowers or whatever? Sure, but she's not obligated to. She told you in text messages that she was sorry, and that's it. Stop trying to make a moment. Now, like I just said, when it comes to Kenya and Marlo, I'm not on either one of them side because both of them can be very nasty to each other and other people. So that's that. But as far as with Marlo and Candy, Marlo, leave Candy alone. Leave Candy alone. Let it be. It's not working out for you, sis. The internet girls are eating you up. Okay? I can only try to save you so much, Marlo. I like Marlo for the show personally. But I think that Marlo should have been on the show a long time ago. Marlo should have been on the show back when Nene and the girls was there. Like, Marlo should have been one of the originals on the show, in my opinion. Because she's coming at this whole... She approaches this show in just an old school kind of way, a different kind of way. The bickering, the going back and forth, and let's pop off, and da-da-da-da. Like, she would have been great on like a Flavor of Love kind of show, kind of situation. Or even, like I said, old school Housewives of Atlanta or something like that. But it just don't work, really, in today's time and stuff. And then, she also really don't have much support and stuff on this show. So it's just tough. I don't think that Marlo should get kicked off the show personally, but that's just me, because I feel like there's so many other people that can go as well. If she can go, fine, cool. But it's other people that should have been left and gone. So I don't know. The girl's about ready to cancel Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm still trying to rock with it. I have my issues, and listen, I feel how everybody else feel, but at the end of the day, we watch this show because it's black, and it's entertaining and it's fun, and it's showing a certain, elite group of people and inspiring the people, and it's not as ratchet as some of the other shows and stuff, but I don't know if it's enough to save it, child. I just don't know. So we'll talk in the comment section. Let me go. This video's long enough. With that said, I'm MrChalaki. MrChalaki on Google+. Follow me at S15 on Instagram and Twitter. At S1589 on Snapchat. Chess King on Facebook. MrChalaki on Cash App and PayPal. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. And I'll see you guys later.